Hey you guys, welcome to the video. It's me, Ciara, aka Ciara in the bonus, and we are here live on Twitch. Make sure you guys drop a follow to the Twitch to pull up to the live stream and be a part of the conversation. I love to hear feedback from you guys, and when it comes to hoops, I could talk about this all day. So I'm going to be uploading some more basketball related content on this channel, so y'all look out for that. And if there's any topics you guys want me to talk about, make sure you let me know in the comments. Feel free to join the Discord. You guys can give me recommendations in there. But this is a topic that's very near and dear to me, and I've talked about this multiple times, but actually never on the record. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about it right now. Look, if you love basketball, I don't care what team you support, I don't care who your favorite player is, I can talk hoops with anybody and I can be objective about it. That's why I love talking hoops. Now when it comes to this conversation, I have some very strong opinions, so you guys will hear that. In this casting crew has some very interesting biases and takes, especially when it comes to Steph Curry. So this is the perfect opportunity for me to get the feelings off my chest that I've had for years in regards to this Steph and KD conversation. Let's hear how they start this off, because I was actually watching this live and they weren't talking about this topic specifically and somehow got onto the content of KD saving Steph's legacy. And it's crazy how Steph don't even have nothing to do with the conversation and they still find a way to bring him up. It's very amazing and impressive to me. Now, if you guys like the video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe by the end. Like I said, the Twitch link is pinned in the comments in the description. So make sure y'all tap in, follow, let me know you're from YouTube so I can give you a warm welcome. Whether I agree or disagree with you, always going to keep it respectful and objective. So, in regards to this, once I saw them pivot to this topic, I was like, you know what? Okay. I'm going to save watching this for later because I could already tell the direction we're going, so I'm kind of picking up where I left off. So let's see how they kind of went about this.
Narratives, and I think I put it in the group chat.
Yeah, what's up, Harlem?
We give credit to the people who stayed home, right? Right, and I was saying, Steph legacy, we get to use 4 championships, right, for his legacy. KD was part of 2 of those, but he don't get his credit for those 2, right? So we don't say.
Why are we lying? Why are we lying? Yo, Indo, thank you so much for that biddies, fam. Thank you. Harlem, what's good? How we feeling, y'all? How we feeling? I'm really about to get some stuff off my chest. This is the stuff that pisses me off about this conversation. Because what do you mean KD doesn't get his credit? KD gets credit as if he's the one with 4 chips. He gets the credit as if he's the one with 4 chips. You would think KD has 4 rings the way that people talk about him. Steph Curry's the one that gets championships subtracted and all. So what are we saying? We're not about to sit here and revise history like, oh, don't be writing KD me. All of y'all, every single media personality writes KD me. And I'm not even on no hate and stuff with him. But it's like, bro, let's keep it a buck. All y'all do is give KD the credit for those. Y'all take credit away from Steph Curry. Y'all say Steph Curry was carried. So don't sit here and talk about that. Y'all even found a way to discredit Steph winning the chip in 22 without KD. Y'all said he could never win without KD. So no, I'm not letting y'all off the hook. All of y'all was on KD's meat when he was on the Warriors. Y'all was on his meat after the Warriors. Y'all was on his meat regardless if he won, got to the playoffs, conference finals, whatever. Y'all was on the man meat. Stop it. I'm not about to let niggas sit here and lie. See, this is gonna be a long video because I can already see where it's going. Y'all love to move goalposts and y'all love to try to change the narrative like we can't pull up y'all takes from 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Stop it. We know what's up, bro. We know what's up.
Yeah, you get to cement your legacy because you have 2 rings. We say, oh, you left and you went over here. Well, you give
nobody says that, bro.
Him credit for the 2 that I helped him get.
Who's not giving him credit?
Exactly. Thank you. Oh, sometimes Rashad makes sense. Sometimes every blue moon, he be making sense. And it's bad when Rashad went with the most sense in the room. Cause I'm like, where are you getting this imaginary narrative? Oh, nobody gives KD credit. Huh? Everybody gives KD credit. Everybody. To the point that Steph Curry got discredited while on the team. which is why Steph fans like me was going so hard, because y'all literally tried to erase Steph Curry out the picture. Oh, Steph didn't win Finals MVP. He didn't do nothing. Oh, Steph don't show up in the playoffs. KD carried him. Like, bro, like, come on. Like, let's not act like that wasn't what y'all was saying for years, bro. For years. I had to hear that for years. To the point where y'all talking about dudes on other teams who not even the best or second best player getting called better than him as a point guard. Stop it, bro. The lies.
Just like with Michael Jordan, Kobe, Bird, and they all get credit
That's so
for the championship.
You're talking about dudes who were on the team. They were drafted on #1. You're talking about dudes who was the alpha. You're talking about dudes who built with the team from the beginning. And then you're comparing it to a dude who hopped on the bandwagon, after it was already rolling. Why would he get the same credit as those guys? Even though, and I'm saying this knowing that KD got the same credit as a franchise dude. He wasn't that, and he still got the credit. He came over and took over Steph Curry's team. It was KD and the Warriors. You know how they say like LeBron and the Cavs, LeBron and the Lakers? It was KD and the Warriors. Like, not KD, Steph, and the Warriors. Like, nah, bro, I'm not letting y'all revise history. See, that's why I gotta be here, so that people remember. So people remember what stuff actually was, because I see the further we get away from stuff, the more some of y'all pundits try to go and change what was happening at the time. I was there. Those of us who was there at the time, we can all verify, regardless if you're a KD fan or LeBron fan, Steph fan, we all know what the narrative was. It wasn't Steph Curry best player in the world. It was, oh, KD won that championship, now he the best in the world. And there was, of course, LeBron fans who was never going to let that happen or never say that. But everyone who wasn't biased LeBron was definitely saying, oh, it's KD. He's that guy. He's him. Best player. Unguardable. No one can touch him. That's what, bro. And though I know you know what I'm talking about. Any other basketball fan, y'all know what the narrative was at that time. That's why it's hilarious for him to even try to, like, take it here, bro.
Because they stayed home. Now, anybody who left to go get championships, you discredit them. But you don't discredit
the two that
you don't discredit for Jordan, people coming to him, those stars that left their teams. You just say Jordan got 6 championships.
I don't think it's a discredit, though. I just think
Dennis Rodman went there, helped them get 3. Ron Harper helped them get 3.
Hollywood Harper.
Like, you had people leaving their cities, stars leaving their cities, going there winning to help that star. So if a star wants to leave because no one's coming here and I want to go and team up and we win, how am I getting discredited because I left?
Because you was a king.
Why is he playing crazy? Why is he acting like he doesn't understand why people criticize KD? Like, this is gaslighting, guys. This is gaslighting. He's genuinely acting like he doesn't understand why KD got critiqued for leaving to a team that beat him while he was up 3-1. Him and Russ were laughing at Steph Curry. When someone asked about Steph Curry's defense, you know what they did? They laughed. Him and Russ were laughing on the podium. And then what happened? Steph proceeded to cook him, picked his pocket multiple games. He crumbled, fell apart, was not able to carry the team. So you're confused why people criticize him for leaving the team where he was the guy. Instead of going back and trying to win again as the guy and get over the hump, he went to join the best team. You're confused. You're not confused, gang. You're not.
It don't matter.
It do. Because you're not a king no more. You actually demoted yourself to go over here and
you know what's crazy about what Rashad's saying? In a normal world where people weren't biased, he would have demoted himself by going to Steph Curry team. But because y'all love KD so much, y'all still gave him the credit of being the guy, even on a team where he didn't build it up. So he didn't even have to take a hit. That's the crazy part. He didn't even have to take a reputation hit from the masses on going to another dude's team. Y'all gave him the benefit as if he was the guy that built the team up, as if Steph Curry joined his team. Like, that is crazy how that worked. That would apply to a normal player where y'all didn't have a bias, but y'all already had a bias for KD. So when he went over there, y'all like, oh my God, now he's just the best ever. So it's just like, nah, bro. Endo say it looks bad, bro. Like they don't want to admit he dick rolled and went somewhere better. I always say Steph don't get enough credit. Bro, they gave KD credit as if he built the Warriors himself. You would have thought he was the one that was drafted to the team.
Be a part of somebody else's shit.
So the thing is, does the king get demoted if he screams for help?
No.
I lost Horace Grant. Can you get me somebody? Oh, yeah, we got Dennis Rodman for you.
No, you don't get demoted.
My thing was,
the
whole thing was, I think that what made people that left the sour taste in people's mouth was the fact
he didn't even talk to
that
Russ.
was the team that they just played.
Yes.
With
right?
And you lost.
KD.
And you lost.
But they were up, though.
3-1 lead.
3-1. I think that was the thing that did it. If they didn't play them in the playoffs and him going there,
it'd have been fine.
It wouldn't have been a big of a deal. But the fact that they played them, lost to them, they're like, fuck, you can't beat them, then we might as well join them.
Okay, but now the reality is, how come that group,
he gets credit for,
how come the group itself don't have a, no one talks about Golden State losing to LeBron.
What? Why are we about to lie? Please don't do this. Gil, please don't. Please don't do this. You could tell people's personality based on how they argue. Gil, we're not about to sit here and lie and say no one critiqued Golden State for getting KD. like that has to be the worst lie, the worst NBA lie I've ever heard. Like, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that, gang. We can't. Bro, that was like the dominant narrative right after KD, right after KD joining the Warriors being soft. Next narrative, Warriors are so soft for getting KD. They couldn't even go back to back without him. That was the dominant. Bro, Endo, we know what this is, gang. That's the crazy thing. We know what it is, and he know what it is, but he literally just saying stuff. This is why I be saying, like, sometimes is Gil just dumb, or does he literally just do this thing where he says stuff for the clip? Because, like, it's one or the other. And it's like, but he the type of person that genuinely would make himself believe the lie he's saying just to be passionate about it. Like, I can't tell, but it's like, brother, we're not going to sit here and say that no one critiqued the Warriors for getting KD. Everybody did. That's why the Warriors chips with KD got invalidated by a lot of people, because they said, oh, this is unfair. How could you? You were the best team in the league, 73-9, and you needed KD? Okay, but what they never talk about, and let me pull my receipts up because I love bringing this up. What they never talk about, let me pull up that article about how the Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron tried to recruit KD after they won. So let's just go with the argument, right? Let's go with the argument. Okay, Warriors so bad because they lost 73-9 and got KD. Well, if that's the case, then what does it mean that the Cavs won, beat the Warriors, and still tried to get KD? What do we do with that? I just want somebody who makes that argument, please respond to that, because this never gets brought up, and this is kept super low on the radar. And I'm gonna read the article for y'all, and there's multiple sources on this. If you want to look it up yourself, look up Cavs tried to recruit KD. Only difference is KD didn't want to join LeBron. So what does that say? Maybe there's a difference between the LeBron system and the Steph Curry system. Maybe it's something about the way Steph Curry plays that makes stars want to play with him more than the way LeBron plays. Because we can sit there and observe all the stars that joined LeBron at some point in his career. Look at how it affected their stats. Look at how it affected the way that they played. It doesn't mean that they're automatically bad when they join, but they all are forced to operate around LeBron and the heliocentric offense of LeBron, right? So as a team, maybe they could do well, but as an individual, their stats can suffer. The rare person that it kind of worked with on the court, Kyrie, but he still had a sacrifice mentally. He still had a sacrifice with the drama of LeBron, having people ask him, having reporters ask him, what's it like for LeBron to be a father figure? He's like, hold on, I have a dad. Come on, watch the video. Watch the clip. This is what people have to deal with. We're on the team with LeBron. They don't have to deal with this on the team with Steph Curry. So it's like, don't be mad that LeBron couldn't get KD in his team because of all the stuff that come with LeBron.
Tristan called LeBron a great father after the Chicago game.
This is what you gotta do with.
Yes, he did.
Great father. Oh, a great father. Oh, I thought you. No, I interpreted that completely wrong. I thought you said he was a great father to him. I was like, what?
Called him a great father. So what type of parental role has he played for you?
Listen to this. Listen to the shit grown-ass men got to deal with being on the team with LeBron. Look at this. It's like every star player, yeah, you got something, but come on, bro. And y'all look, if you keep up with like the NBA and their media, you know how much LeBron has media puppets that push his agenda. So he's an active part of this. It's not just, oh, this is just like regular fanfare media coverage. No, he has a hand in the way the narrative gets crafted. And he's so hands-on with it. You can debate whether that's good or bad for athletes to have control of their narrative. I don't think it's inherently bad, right? I'm pro players having their own platform, but the way that he took it was to a whole different extent. It was to a whole different extent than any player in history. And the only reason I'm bringing it up is because it has an impact on what players are willing to be around it, right? It's like with a great player, different personality types and approaches to the media thing can affect what players want to play with them, right? So it's like that. I'm just using this to demonstrate why KD most likely did not want to be around. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't KD say something about the drama around being a LeBron? Like when he was a free agent, I think before he went to the Nets or something, they were asking why he didn't want to be teammates with LeBron. He said something about the drama and the chaos or toxicity of being in a LeBron locker room. I have to go find the article, but I'm almost certain he said something about that. So I'm just saying, y'all criticize the Warriors and say they're weak. How can you sit there and say a front office whose job it is to get better, who have investors, their job is to get better as a team? People, you don't have to like it, right? I'm not saying you got to like the move, but I am saying, how do you, in your right mind, say the Warriors organization is bad for recruiting a top player? So what, they're supposed to deny KD? KD wanted to come to the team a year before, so they're supposed to deny KD? So they have a superstar that other stars want to play with. They have a system that's attractive because they don't have to sacrifice all their skills and their points and stats to be next to Steph versus being next to LeBron. And then you get the boost of having a superstar like Steph that has an ego, of course, but like he's not all consuming. He's a team player. He's more about everybody, helping everyone, doing what he can to help everyone, and even sacrificing some of his own fanfare and clout and stats for the sake of the team. That's just more attractive to play with. So you have to give Steph credit for creating a culture and being the head of a culture like that to even attract the KD. Because if he was a typical superstar, had the typical superstar attitude like LeBron and all that, then you might get a similar response from other star players where they might not want to go there, right? Like they might not want to go there. So it's like, bro, you got to give him credit for creating that environment that made it attractive for KD to be there. He is the reason that KD wanted to join the team. If Steph Curry wasn't there, he would not be going to the Warriors. If he didn't lead the culture that way, he would not be going there. So I'm just saying, don't get mad that the Cavs tried to recruit KD in 2016 after they won. Don't get mad that he didn't want to join LeBron, because I guarantee you all these people that's like, oh, it's so unfair that KD went to the Warriors. I guarantee y'all LeBron glizzy gobblers would not be saying that if KD went to the Cavs. But like, to me, it's like, if it's weak for a team that lost to recruit a good player, what does it look like for the team that won to recruit the same good player? Like, I'm just saying, like, let's be honest about this, guys. I genuinely would like to know, like, for the people that think it's so wrong or so weak, how is it not even weaker if you won and still one of the best players in the world? So, you know, because the criticism is always, oh, the Warriors were so scared. So what does that mean? What does that mean about the Cavs and LeBron? If the Warriors were so scared of LeBron that they tried to recruit KD, what does it mean if the Cavs were winning? Does that exactly imply the most confidence in their team in LeBron? right? That completely dismantles that argument. That's why I love arguing about this with people, because it's like when you have the information, it don't make the narrative like sound as good. The narrative is just completely dismantled, because it's like if that to me, when we take this information, add it to the story, it makes LeBron look scary. Y'all trying to say Steph and the Warriors scary, it make LeBron look scary to fucking win and still try to get arguably what, the second, third best player in the world? Come on, bro. I'm telling y'all, if KD went to the Cavs, we would not be hearing this at all. Not at all. Prime said Steph isn't in the GOAT topic as much as he should be because people are still so caught up on LeBron. When it's all said and done, Steph will be more in the conversation. Prime, I agree, but I feel like it's going to take a long time. I feel like it's going to take a long time after Steph is retired for people to truly be able to appreciate what he does. And I'm just kind of accepting that as a Steph fan. It's like sometimes when someone is great and innovative and pushes the boundaries, people don't realize how different and just outside the box it is. Like, people still can't comprehend what Steph is doing and the impact he has outside of his shooting. Like, there's people that still like, oh my God, such a good shooter, period. It's like, no. Also one of the best guard finishers at the rim of all time. But does that get talked about? Oh, well, he can only do good layups because they're scared of the three. Okay, but he's still extremely efficient. Extremely efficient. Right? He might not have the beautiful magician layup package like Kyrie, but yeah, he's still even more efficient than Kyrie. So it's just like, it's interesting to me, like, to see people in real time try to understand what he's doing, and they can only water it down to just the shooting. But it's like, to me, you have to go beyond that. And people hate when we bring up gravity. All stars have gravity. All star players have gravity, right? But the way that he uses it, the extent that it affects the offense is way beyond just shooting and assists. People still are like, oh, well, Steph Curry's not really a point guard because he doesn't have 10 assists a game. Dude, the amount of hockey assists, if you were to calculate a hockey assist, which is the pass leading to the assist that leads to the score, if you were to add that, he probably leads the league in hockey assists or somewhere at the top. And let's throw in screen assists as well. The assist that he gives for setting screens, one of the best guard screen setters of all time. That's a skill, but because it's not in a box score, people don't see it, because some people can't see the game because the NBA doesn't actually teach the nuances of the game to their audience. They just teach the drama and the narratives. They don't actually teach people how to understand the game on a deeper level. And that's why there's such a gap in understanding of what Steph is doing, because he's doing it unlike anyone else in history. He has an insane combination of things. The stamina alone, the handles alone, like, these are all S-tier things he has outside the shooting. And then when you add them all together, it creates a crazy combination of skills that allows him to do what he does at such a high level. So I'm just saying, like, we can literally say he's the greatest off-ball player of all time. Who is just as dangerous off-ball as on-ball in history besides Steph? Who, like, at that same level where you can literally say, you could argue that he's more dangerous off-ball than on-ball if you wanted to make the argument. So it's just interesting, like, how, like, in real time, I'm seeing that people can't appreciate what he's doing because they can't understand what it is. But with KD, they can understand, oh my God, 7-footer that can shoot over anybody. And I'm not knocking that, right? Hezzy tween splash guy. That's all they see. Oh my God, he's 7 foot and he can dribble the ball and shoot. It's amazing. It truly, truly is. But there's actually levels to it. And it's easier, I think, for basketball fans to understand that someone big and strong as better than someone who's smaller. Like, sports has a size and a power bias, right? So even the fact that Steph, I won't say he can't, but the fact that he doesn't dunk is a thing that automatically lowers him compared to, oh my God, look, LeBron just ran down the lane and dunked it on somebody. Because Steph can't do that, he's automatically below them. You can watch KD dunk, right? Oh, he can dunk and he can block a shot because he's tall and long, and he can shoot the ball. Oh, he's better, y'all, because that's their traditional archetype. That's better. Traditionally, the big strong, athletic dudes are better, right? It's hard for people to wrap their head around how a dude's smaller than this other guy that's big, athletic, or just big and great like Jokic, right? It's hard for them to wrap their head, this guy could be better than them because they see the size, right? And it's like, I'm not going to be impressed by someone that's 7 foot having 8 rebounds, averaging 8 rebounds a game. I'm more impressed that someone like Steph Curry can average 8 rebounds a game in the finals because he's a guard, or almost 10. He almost averaged a triple-double in the 2018 finals. And they still gave the MVP to KD. Oh, because he was scoring. Because Steph had a game where he had 12 points. But did y'all see the other things he was doing, even when he was cold shooting? Did you see the fact that he was still able to make an impact on the game? I swear, I got to do like a rewatch or like a re-breakdown of that 2018 finals, because there's so many small things. Even though he was having a shooting slump that game, he was still able to be effective. And I feel like maybe because some people haven't played basketball or they don't understand the nuances, they can't understand that how good you are isn't just dependent on when you're doing your main things right. When your main attributes aren't working, can you still be effective on the court? Can you still help your team? That's what determines if you're great, right? Because if you're a one-trick pony and your trick's not working, guess what? You're like literally not effective for your team. You are not able to do anything. That's bad. That's bad when you're limited, but that's not Steph. Him moving off ball, literally still running plays for his team without even touching the ball. People can't comprehend that. They think, oh, the Warriors fans or Steph fans are just glazing. It's like, no, bro, you're just not comprehending what he's doing. Someone has to sit there and visualize it for you and break it down and draw it for you. Draw the plays, draw the actions he's doing, draw how he's indirectly affecting a play or assisting someone without passing the ball. So it's like, people just aren't going to get it until later. They're not going to appreciate it till he's gone. And it's unfortunate, but it's like, me personally, I will sit here and break down the film so people understand. I'll do it. Let's keep listening to this BS though.
No one talks about Golden State losing to LeBron, then adding Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
No one looks at it that way.
Yeah.
And this is where the lies come in, because he's saying no one looks at it this way, when literally this is the narrative everyone had.
The reality is, how come that group,
he gets credit for,
how come the group itself
don't
have no one talks about Golden State.
I gotta see the comments. There's no way.
Losing to LeBron, then adding Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
No one looks at it that way.
Yeah.
You lost to LeBron James.
Yeah.
3-1, same shit, 3-1, and then you ask for...
See that? Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Look at this person trying to tell them that this actually did happen. Someone said Rashad trying to pretend like the Warriors calling KD is not a problem when he know damn well if it was LeBron that called KD in 2016 to come to the Cavs, he'd be the main one blaming Bron for that weak-ish. Someone said Bron did call it the KD. He just chose Golden State. We just read the article about it, right? I literally just pulled the article up, and I can pull up the other articles as well so people can see that there's multiple sources to this. This isn't some, oh, this is a conspiracy. What is this? Bleacher Report. Cavs tried to pair Kevin Durant, LeBron James after 2016. LeBron's Cavs also pursued Kevin Durant after 2016 finals. Cavs explored signing KD after 2016 finals. So y'all are just the ones that are not informed. And I hate that this is the way you have to figure it out. Oh, let me finish showing y'all this clip from Kyrie when they asked about LeBron being a father figure.
Complete wrong. I thought you said he was a great father to him. I was like, what?
Called him a great father. So what type of parental role has he played for you and your teammates, LeBron?
Oh, okay. So you, parental role. Honestly, I'm, he's. I don't know how to really answer that question. He's been a great leader for us. I have one father. That's my dad, Drederick Irving. But for us, in terms of learning the nuances of the game and also how to win.
You see how they disrespect LeBron's teammates? Be on the team with LeBron. Oh, that's your father now. Like, bro, this is what people got to deal with being on the team with LeBron. And people wonder why KD didn't want to go. Because then you got to deal with stuff like that. Come on, bro.
Can you come help us?
Yeah.
No
They
one
asked for him?
Yes. Draymond, they called Kevin Durant.
I think it was a mutual.
This is cap. Look, you could say he called, whatever. Dude, they were literally already in conversations with KD coming to the Warriors in 2015. So you could say that all they want, but that's literally why the Warriors structured their contracts. That's why they didn't pay Harrison Barnes. They already had this planned out. Let me get my receipts, because I love getting receipts for y'all. Hold on. There we go. And Draymond literally said it. I forgot. Draymond had a whole interview where he told us that he took less money so in 2015 so they could have space to get KD. He literally said this in an interview, bro. See, look. The story of Draymond sending teary texts to Kevin Durant from the parking lot begging him to join forces in the Bay Area after the Warriors' loss has been properly sensationalized. Draymond wasn't crying. The two of them weren't conspiring behind closed doors while they were playing against one another in the conference finals, but texts were sent after Golden State blew a 3-1 lead to the Cavs. Durant and Green discussed this on the episode of the Etc's podcast back in 2021. Durant said, I done heard a couple stories from my end. Sent some texts on just, yo, I seen that. You seen that? All right, bet. That's really what it is, bro. It wasn't no urgent FaceTime call. It was exactly what I just said. Yo, you see what just happened? Bet, I'm on the way. Green said that's exactly what it was. It was this whole narrative of you called Kevin crying from the parking lot. I'm like, yo, this can, like, y'all added a theatrical sense to make this a movie. Y'all got to make for TV, but you got to add a little bit. So people just start pouring on, bro, but it wasn't about to come out and fight it. However, y'all think Kevin got here, in your mind, just roll with that if that's what helps you out. It was 2015 and Green was in a contract negotiations after his rookie deal expires. The Warriors had just won their first championship. Green was instrumental, and this is where the revisionist history could come at play. Green said he took an $82 million to ensure the Warriors would at least have an opportunity to sign Kevin Durant the final summer. So they say he could have made it at up to $93 million on a max deal, and he chose to take $11 million, less, so they could have a chance to sign KD. So they said BJ Armstrong was my agent. This Draymond. The conversation me and BJ had was, listen, here's the Warriors' whole salary cap table. Here's what it is next year. The cap next year jumps to this. Look who's a free agent next year. KD. Here's the amount of money you can take, and y'all will still be able to pay KD the max. The number was 5 years, $85 million. Okay. So, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So, it was already established that KD wanted to come to the Warriors. They were recruiting KD to the Warriors before that. So let's keep going. Now that we established that part.
No, they called.
I know they called, but he wanted. Listen,
come on.
No, he
We
wanted.
need you.
No, but he wanted out.
Yep.
He was leaving. They called. It was like, come on. It's like when you ain't married, you got a girlfriend, you get that text message from you. You like, hey, what you doing? Hey, big head, what you gonna? Hey, boo. What you gonna do? Yeah, it's like that. You on the fence about some shit. You going, hey, man, you gonna die for you gonna
The Hampton Five, right? You know they pulled up on KD in the Hamptons with that crew.
But that's what I'm saying.
Convincing him to
How are you 70? How do you go 73-9, lose 3-1? Bring on the number one scorer
because it's
and
easy.
the number two player in the NBA. You bring them on your team, and nobody looks at y'all.
Because it's easy.
That's so cat, bro. Like, I don't know why he's trying so hard to make this narrative a thing when we all know that majority of NBA fans were on the Warriors' head for recruiting KD. Like, we're not gonna revise history. I was there. maybe you could sell this to somebody that wasn't paying attention to the NBA at this time. But anyone worth their marbles, we saw what it was, bro. I'm about to pull up the comments on this other screen so I can see what people saying.
It's easier to point a shot at him than it is them. Right? It's easier to pick him out than the group because they have a really likable guy.
That's so cap. This whole situation is literally what turned Steph Curry and the Warriors from likable to unlikable. This literally was the pivot. So I don't even know why they're going with this. Like, I don't know what narrative they going with or what memory they have of this, but yeah.
Over here.
See, and
I think it's just that KD.
That's why I say it's the narrative.
KD was the king. KD was the king of OKC. And no matter what happens inside of my kingdom, I'm not leaving my post. I'm not leaving my post. Yeah. So the fact that he was like, you know what? This motherfucker's burning down. Let me pack my shit, and I'm going over here with them.
It wasn't burning down.
It is burning down. You up 3-1.
No, but it wasn't.
Lose.
No, but it wasn't burning down at that point. No.
Okay, then the team he goes to, they lost 3-1 and asked for help.
It wasn't burning down.
So he goes over here because
you felt that you a king and you got a motherfucker over there kicking your back in, right?
Trying to be a king too. And as soon as you leave, he's like, now it's my shit.
But how do you?
But then I go over here with the.
But you got to play fiddle.
No.
But who's playing
the man?
But what I'm saying is.
That was Kevin.
What do you mean play?
But Steph is still.
That was KD's team. Yeah, y'all tried to make it KD's team, but let's keep it above. KD didn't feel like it was his team, even though every single person tried to make it feel like KD's team. The media tried to. The organization, the Warriors organization tried to. Every turn they could get, KD's the best player. He's the best player. He's the best player. Right? But let me go find that clip of KD literally saying that Steph Curry was the leader of the team, because he literally said he's not a leader. So you wonder why he didn't get the praise of that. Yo, Wimmy with the W, Big Body Ray. Yo, thank you so much, Wimmy. How we doing, fam? Good to see you. Good to see you. We're just recording a video right now talking about some basketball stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, they're making me mad. So we're kind of in rant mode right now, but I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, and welcome on in, you guys. If you guys like basketball, then you might enjoy this conversation. But I'm just here to fight against all the narratives against Steph Curry. I'm not going for this. They're lying. They're making stuff up, and I'm not going. I'm not going, man. What's good, y'all?
But it don't. But that's what I'm saying. How are you giving credit to the people that's asking for help? Also,
Steph was the king's hand,
right? You got asking for help. They got beat by.
Steph was the Kings. What? What did y'all just say about my GOAT?
Went 7-3-9.
7-3-9. You lost to the real king, and then you guys need help.
But we beat them already.
Okay, so and I love and this is why you need people with like information. Kayla, what's good? Welcome on in. This is why you need people with information around him, because I wonder when Gil reads the article. When he reads the article that shows that LeBron tried to recruit KD even after he won, I wonder would he have the same passion about the topic? Genuinely wonder.
You did it,
John.
You beat them without winning. We beat them because the soldiers got hurt.
Don't matter. You're using an excuse.
But no
excuses. That's why I don't like using injury as an excuse. The playoffs is a war of attrition, and injuries are a natural part of it. If you want to use an excuse, let's do it. But you got to do it on both sides. Okay, they won in 2015 because they were hurt, but LeBron was still up 2-1 on the Warriors in 2015. 2-1, the best player in the world. No one believed in Steph Curry. They weren't supposed to win. But since they did win, they changed the narrative. Oh, they were hurt. Okay, they were. Was Steph Curry not hurt in 2016? Did he not tear his MCL and miss multiple weeks in the playoffs? Was he not playing injured in his lateral quickness compromise? Yes, he was. So that's why I don't like to play the injury game, because you can play the injury game every single year for every single championship in existence. So let's just go ahead and negate that. They won fair and square. Cavs won fair and square. Cool. So let's just make it even. Like, let's not even do that. But I hate when people just like, they start moving the goalpost and, oh, well, they did win, but okay, well, did KD win anything? Because if KD won before and after Steph, y'all would be using that as the argument for evidence that he carried. But that's not what happened. That's Steph Curry's story. So I'm not going. Y'all on some BS.
Don't do that.
But you can't say you're a king and you lost.
I'm not using no excuses, though.
No. So you can't say you're a king and you lost. So you can't be the guy and lose and then ask for help. So what does it mean when you're the guy, you win, and you still ask for help after you win? Just trying to follow the same logic. Because if it's so bad for someone that lost to ask for help, how is it better for you to win and still ask for help? Does that not mean you're even more scared? You're so scared of Steph Curry and the Warriors that you won and you still wanted to recruit the next best player in the league. Just saying. I mean, it's so easy to dismantle this argument. I'm just saying, look at the receipts, bro. Look at the receipts.
I'm not saying nobody was injured and all this.
This is the narrative.
Tell me what the narrative is.
You're 73 and 9.
Why is he so loud? Why is he yelling?
Team, you beat.
So they broke the record, right? So they broke the Bulls record, right? So it's easy.
Was the team not injured? Was the same team that played in the regular season the same team in the playoffs? No. Andrew Bogut was hurt. That was their best defender. Andre Iguodala's having back spasms. Compromise. Steph Curry playing on a torn MCL, which he had to get surgery on after the season. I mean, since we just want to start throwing excuses out there, I don't like playing injury and excuse game. To me, if you're out there, you're out there. Right? Cavs were able to take advantage of Steph Curry not having the same lateral quickness and movement. It clearly limited him and affected his handle, his shot, his movement, all of that. So, yeah.
Easier to blame Kevin Durant in this situation. Mm-hmm. You got to find a villain in this situation. At that point, because of it's who they played, just lost to, and the team he went to, he was low-hanging fruit for media. They talked about them blowing a 3-1 lead for a little bit. Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't a little bit. They did not let the 3-1 go at all. They never let the 3-1 go. It's still talked about to this day.
And Kevin Durant going there
saved him.
It saved it. Now it's easier for them to be like, damn, he just lost them. Why the fuck he joining them?
But
right?
y'all saying that was not even a narrative too.
Reality.
You're starting a narrative too.
No, this is reality.
Because you're not giving credit to the guys who beat the Cavs team before Kevin Durant got there.
About that.
I know you're not.
I'm talking about the 73.
You're not giving
like the
Steph credit for that.
No, he got credit for that.
Okay, so he got credit.
Yes.
So
no, they didn't. No, you literally just gave the argument that everybody gave. He literally just, like, everyone make the argument, oh yeah, the Warriors did beat the Cavs, but Kyrie and Kevin Love were injured, so it doesn't count. That's literally what majority of fans said. I swear to God. There was not no one. People were justifying Andre Iguodala getting Finals MVP over Steph Curry. People actually believe that. Steph Curry is one of the only players in NBA history to lead his team in points and not get a Finals MVP. It's only happened like 2 times. And I believe it's only happened with one other player. So come on, bro, stop.
Already.
That's how much people were hating. Like, looking in hindsight, it's insane. And Andre Iguodala, I'm pulling up all the receipts. Literally, Andre Iguodala literally said Steph Curry should have won Finals MVP. I'm about to find a receipt for y'all. I'm about to find it. Come on, let's look at the receipts. I love pulling the receipts because I really do this. And we really get into weeds with this stuff. So let's hear his take on it.
But no, hold on a second. I want to one. Do you feel like you should have won in 2015 the Finals MVP? Because I know. Hold on a second. I want to clarify something. So everybody, like,
honesty.
Go ahead. Everybody sort of knocks. If you go back and look at Steph's numbers in 15, 16, 17, whatever, he's putting up like 28, 6 and 5, 27, 6 and 4, whatever. 15, I think he was a little bit below that, but still great numbers. And then there's the meme on social media that's like Iguodala held LeBron to 39, 9 and 8 and won Finals MVP. He did shoot 39% for the series. I know that, but all right. So you answer away. I just want to provide some context.
So it's funny. you always cross paths with someone like randomly, and then like you're like, wow, I'm glad we crossed paths. So Trevor Ariza, I'm so glad we became teammates, right? And Trevor, I always looked at Trevor as like part of the family. I was roommates with one of his best friends in college, Hassan Adams. They went to high school together, class 02. So Trevor's class 03. So I've always known about Trevor, spent a little bit of time with Trevor in the past, but not really. Other than that, we were always on opposite ends, and we were always competing. And Trevor, when he got to Miami, he was like, bro, I hated you. I'm like, for what? I thought we were family. He was like, man, you were just nice. And I was like, okay, you nice too. He was like, no, bro, I just hated the way you were that good. Like you was just doing something good. You know, I hit the game winner on them versus the Lakers. That was one of my first like big game winners in Staples against Kobe. But we just always had really good battles. And then him being in Houston, obviously, but we got really close and we were very similar in how we move. And I was glad we became teammates. So to go back to your question about the finals, we were lifting weights one day, talking about different guys, superstars, and we're talking about Steph. And I was like, Steph should have one of the MVPs. Like one of the three of them, he should have a finals MVP.
Exactly. And I told y'all he should have had that finals MVP in 2018 and they robbed him.
And I was like, I'm not really even that good. Like I lucked up and got one. And he was like, what? I was like I'm all right. Like, you know, I'm just okay. Like I'm realistic with who I am as a player. Like I'm probably a little bit better than people think, but some guys aren't as good as they think. And at the end of the day, like, okay, I'm not one of the greats, but I'm just very smart. Like I figure it out when I'm playing and I got some athleticism, but like I'm who I am. I'm cool with that. Like I'm very comfortable in my skin. And I'm like, Steph got it. Like, you know, I would rather Steph have a finals MVP. And Trevor's like, man, hell no. Like, are you crazy? He was like, bro, you deserve that. If it wasn't for you, y'all wouldn't have won.
And that can be true, right? He played his role, and in his role getting changed mid-series definitely was pivotal. But since when do we give role players, respectfully, and I love Andre, like I'm never going to take credit away from him. Always, probably my favorite non-star player on the Warriors ever, right? Iguodala for ill, right? That being said, since when do role players get finals MVP? That's like giving J.R. Smith the finals MVP over LeBron. Or maybe, let's just say, not even JR. Let's say that's like giving the finals MVP to Kevin Love over LeBron, right? Integral to the team, important, top 3 player on the team, which Andre wasn't even a top 3 player on the team at the time, but trying to give a more fair comparison. Who in their right mind would say that that was justified? Nobody. Was he important? Yes. Right? Like they wouldn't have won without him. Let's say, hell, it's even like giving Kyrie the finals MVP over LeBron. Which I would argue Andre's impact wasn't quite up there. You know, you would say that would probably have been Draymond in this scenario. But just think about that. It wasn't even given to the second best player on the team, who was Draymond. It was given to Andre. So it's like, even he has the awareness that, yeah, he won, but that really ain't my MVP for real. Like,
he just went on this spiel. It was like a Shannon Sharp spiel, like, this is why you deserved it, and don't ever tell anybody what you just told me. Like, you got it, and you taking that's forever. And I was like, okay, you're right. Like, that's mine. So like, but that was always kind of like how I thought about it. But at the same time, like, I do like know what I bring to the table, whether people know what I bring to the table or not. Like, I'm cool with that too. So it's just a way to, you know, the coin gets flipped in the way it lands sometimes.
To clarify, Dre, like, I mean, I think it's well deserved. I wasn't saying you don't deserve.
No,
an MVP
I didn't take it that. I didn't take it that way.
All right. I just want to be sure. I just wanted to get your perspective from you know, having played with him and now being on the other side of that run, and him still, you know, not having a Finals MVP. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I will say, you know, KD's kind of like Shaq. You know, when it was like a point in time where it was like, who's the best player in the league? Shaq don't count, right? So I do think Steph should have got one. Which one? I don't know. One of the three.
I told y'all, Steph Curry should have got that Finals MVP in 2018. He carried the team. He carried. Yes, KD did his thing, but bro, the whole system revolves around him. And look, bro, is it any coincidence that a lot of time these Finals MVPs go to Nike guys? I don't think so. Is it a coincidence that after Nike fumbled on having Steph Curry as one of their athletes because they couldn't even get his name right? Is it a coincidence that they do everything they can with their media power and their connection to the league to keep Steph Curry from expanding his legacy? I'm just saying, bro, when you really think about it, do the math, bro. Do the math. And surprise, surprise, who was sponsoring Andre Iguodala at the time he won the MVP? Oh, it was Nike. So I'm noticing. Yo, what's good, Naho? How we doing, fam?
3, and I won't take any away from KD, but KD is so damn good. It was like, yo, man, somebody like KD was just too good, man. Just like he don't count, that's how it was, because he was just doing some stuff. It was like, wow, this dude's like, it's unfair. And I understand how the league felt. I get a lot of players that were mad about that. I never understood it, but it took Evan Turner one day to break it down. He was like, man, come on, man. Like, nobody could win. Like, I knew nobody could win. That just wasn't fair. And I was like, oh, shit, you got a point.
So I just want to show y'all that. But I'm like, bro, even Andre Iguodala, who won the MVP over Steph, he understands.
So then,
without Kyrie and Kevin Love, that's
credit. Boom. So now here you go.
Hey, I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Naho.
Kevin Durant.
Appreciate you stopping by.
They lose. Now, granted, it's a choke. But granted, this shit happens. You lost.
So,
so next year, we need to recalibrate.
I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it.
Past them.
Hey,
not get past
I'm glad you said it.
Get past who?
Golden State trying to get past OKC.
They already did.
Right. So OKC changes. Kevin Durant goes to.
I'm glad you said that, right?
Kevin Durant goes to the Warriors.
Yeah. They had to do what word did you just use?
Yeah, they had to.
Astro World Ked redeemed text to speech TTS and says, "Is this my goat?"
Yes. What's good, bro? How we doing? How are you? Hey, I'm thankful for you too, Naho. I appreciate you checking in, as always. Just, I gotta get on my soapbox about this topic because people act real obtuse with it.
They lost to the king, and they got to do what now?
So what word did you just
recalibrate?
Yes.
So are they supposed to match this? Are they supposed to come back with the same team, or are they supposed to get better next?
Same team. Okay. They don't.
So you're not supposed to get better?
They don't need a Kevin Durant. They don't need him.
They
don't need him.
You're telling me that if a GM in an organization had a chance to get one of the top 3 players in the world, they're supposed to reject him so that y'all feel better? Like, do y'all hear how dumb y'all sound? You legitimately, as an organization, have a chance to get a top 3 player, and the whole goal is to get better and better and recruit the best players you can. He wants to join the team, and you're supposed to tell him no. Be so serious. Like, these dudes don't be thinking logically. That is malpractice. If your job is, as a coach, player, GM, to get better, and you have a guy that wants to join, and you say no because of pride, or because, they're not going to like it. The outsiders aren't going to like it, even though we're trying to beat the outsiders. We're trying to beat the other teams. But how will the other teams feel if we get better, guys? How would this be fair to the competition if we got someone else? We shouldn't do it. It's not right morally. Let's let KD go somewhere else. Are y'all dumb? Like, this is how y'all sound. This is a business. It's competition. It's not supposed to be fair. You want an unfair advantage. Duh. That's what everybody trying to get.
I agree with you. Yes, we both agree. We both agree with you. Yes.
But I have said on record that they did need him, so I'm going to go back.
No.
I did say that they did need him because he was the game changer for LeBron.
In reality, they 73-9. They did not need him, of course, but he went.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
So therefore, you supposed to be a better version of your team that went to the finals. You're supposed to get better, right? You went to the finals, you lost. You're supposed to come back, go to recalibrate, like you said, right? It just so happens
It's a super
that recalibration of this was a really, really fucking amazing basketball player.
Second player in the NBA at that point in time, arguing to be who
and it just
the best.
so happened the team that they lost to in the playoffs, the team he decided to go to. So it made it easier for the media. And certain people around the league, of course, it made bad certain guys.
I see we're just going to reiterate the same points over and over again. I see that's where this is going.
Guys around the league felt the way, of course. But it's the media that made it a big, big deal. And not talking about the motherfuckers blowing that 3-1 lead.
They talked about the whole time. Why are y'all acting like, yo? Why are we acting like the media didn't dwell on 3-1 for literally up to now? Like, it still gets talked about to this day. Why are we lying?
Right? So it was both narratives, but it was easier for the media to be like, oh, look at this guy. He just lost to them. Look at him joining them. Huh? Look at this guy. Huh? Look at him. Huh?
That's what I said.
Huh? So that was the thing, because I even like, damn, KD, really the Warriors? At the time, like when he did it, I even said like, damn, KD,
same
my
as
nigga.
Ray Allen, though. To me, that's why it's the same as Ray had just lost to the fucking
it's
Heat.
not the same.
He just lost to the Heat.
It's not the same.
Huh? He wasn't the man.
He was part of the big three.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. Bad example.
It was not the same.
It was the first.
What I'm saying,
it was the first time we seen it.
He came off the bench in Miami. It's not the same.
He didn't come off the bench for the Celtics, though. He was the star.
But you're using something that's irrelevant.
How?
So so the same three that you mentioned, right? Paul Pierce leaves.
Mm-hmm.
They play Miami in the playoffs. Miami beats them.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Pierce leaves that summer and goes to Miami.
Right.
It's his team,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's the narrative, not the Ray Allen shit. That's the same equivalent of KD leaving.
So you're saying instead of Ray, it's Paul?
Instead of Ray, it's Paul.
Right? It's still not.
So then you have Paul, LeBron, D.
No, it's still not reality. Reality is this.
So we just, but because
can I just explain this?
But because he said Ray Allen, it's not. Ray Allen came off the.
Ray Allen was 37 when he went.
Fuck Ray Allen.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
This has nothing to do with Ray Allen.
That's what I'm saying.
Why are we moving so? We have the Cavs.
That's what I.
Ray Allen sent somewhere like, well, damn, what did I do? What did he do, bro? I get it. I get what he's saying, but it's like, damn.
We have the Cavs, and we have Golden State Warriors. Golden State Warriors, at the moment in time, was considered the best team in history. They just went 73-9. They are the best.
Who?
Can I finish? I let you talk.
Well, you talk about narratives, though, Gil.
They said,
you're saying they, like, who the fuck?
the public. Motherfuckers, stop the.
It's a lot of people not saying that, though.
73-9. They were supposed to be better than Michael Jordan's team. That was the narrative. This is the best team in history. People were comparing them to who is better, them or the 96 Bulls, right? They were the #1 team by far. They beat OKC. OKC at this point is irrelevant. They're up 3-1 against Cavs. The King beats them. The King dethrones considerably the best team in history. Right? That's where we...
And still tried to recruit KD. I'm just saying. All that and still... And we're rehashing the same points. I wonder, did they ever move the conversation anywhere else?
Let me finish off. We're making fun of Golden State Warriors. See, no one's making fun of OKC anymore because the Golden State Warriors just got hit with the 3-1 also in the finals. So we're laughing at Kevin Durant for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks until Golden State Warriors get 3-1. This summer, we're laughing at Golden State Warriors.
It was enjoyable.
It wasn't, right?
It was fun.
And then all of a sudden, they get arguably the #2 or the #1 best player in the league. Instead of people asking, wait, y'all are weak for going after the...
Bro, he keep rehashing this. Yes, people did say that. People were saying that was a dominant narrative that the Warriors were weak for getting KD. I'm not going for this, Gil. I'm about to skip forward because you keep saying the same thing, and I'm not about to sit here and listen to lies because people were saying both the narratives at the same time. KD's weak for joining. The Warriors are weak for getting him. Okay, we get it.
Draymond did the same shit with LeBron right now. Like, hey, LeBron, I would love to call. Hey, look, hey, I'm trying to come down there with you. I'm trying to come down there with you. Come on, bro.
The real narrative is he said publicly he called for Kevin Durant.
Not the Warriors.
It don't matter.
It does.
No, it doesn't. They were already talking. Exactly. Thank you.
But Rashad,
He's a friend.
So Draymond called him, I think, immediately after losing in the finals, but then that crew went to Hampton, known as the Hampton Five. I think it was Steph.
KD already wanted to come. They were already looking at KD joining before that. They just can't quite say that on the record because of tampering, but yes.
Or what is their name again?
The Hampton Five.
See, you have to put it in perspective.
Did Miami go out of their way to get LeBron?
But this has no.
I'm asking.
No. Yes, it does because LeBron set the precedent for a superstar. LeBron set the precedent for a superstar going to join other superstars. Let's make that very clear. Facts.
I'm just asking a question.
Because it's a stupid question.
You can't say it because you know the answer is going to affect
Miami Heat is not 73-9.
Don't matter.
When they went for LeBron.
The Miami Heat had 3 dudes who were best players on their team. Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, won the finals and finals MVP, and LeBron. So that wasn't even crazier at the time. All 3 in their primes, that was an even crazier trio. You could argue, if we're talking about their roles on their team, than the Warriors. Like, you're talking about LeBron in his prime. And what's crazy, y'all would judge the Warriors for losing when their star player was injured. What's the excuse for LeBron being fully healthy in the playoffs when he first joined the Heat that first year? Them going to the finals with a super team where they were all the most healthy that season. What's the excuse for LeBron being, quote unquote, the best player in the league at the time, right? And literally costing his team the finals single-handedly. They didn't lose because the team. They lost because of LeBron. They lost because LeBron disappeared in the fourth quarter. He wasn't injured. Steph Curry, you could say, the behind the back pass, At the end of the day, the man was playing on a torn MCL. He was playing on a torn MCL, and I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm just saying that at least for Steph Curry, when he had his worst finals performance, he was physically compromised. The man had to get surgery after the season. That's why he wasn't able to play in the Olympics in 2016. So it's like, if you want to really look at it, it's crazier that LeBron joined a team with other stars and superstars, right? And lost a finals in his prime while fully healthy and was the reason the team lost. Steph Curry wasn't the reason the team lost. Was it bad in the fourth quarter? Yes. But at the end of the day, he didn't have a star the caliber of Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh on the team. Exile Chris Bosh. Steph Curry didn't have a star the caliber. He didn't have another finals MVP on his team in 2016. He did not. So it's like, either way you slice it, it still looks crazy. So it's like, y'all can't keep bringing up this old 2016 Warriors thing and you don't want to talk about 2011 with LeBron. Like, bro, let's keep it a buck. LeBron got outplayed by Jason Terry. Jason Terry, respect him. But really, that he had 2 top 10 players before LeBron joined. Yep. And people are always going to try to play semantics and argue, Shaq was bad. Okay. He was still dominant. He wasn't peak Shaq, but he was still on the upward side of the final years of his career.
Don't matter.
It's a different thing.
Don't matter.
You are 73-9, screaming for help.
They're not screaming.
Okay, but y'all remember what was that thing that LeBron said when he joined the Heat? I'm about to find it.
We just won a championship.
Where did it go?
They didn't win.
Where did it go?
2 years before that, we won. We are champions.
They went to the Hampton.
So so look, this team that collaborated with and chose to join up with was so good that LeBron was confident enough to say that they're gonna win not 1, not 2, not 3. What he say? This is how, like, for people that want to revise history, oh, Dwayne Wade wasn't that good, Chris Bosh wasn't that good. Why did LeBron make such a bold statement? Because he knew how crazy it was to have those good players on the same team.
Down here to win championships. Not 1, championships.
Not 2.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. Hey. And when I say that, I really believe it.
Okay, and he really believed it. Why? Because he had such an unfair advantage having all those other dudes on the team with him. He knew what he had. This was a crazier collective of players because, y'all, the Warriors were a built team. They didn't have no rent-a player. They didn't have no, oh, we recruited this free agent outside of Andre Iguodala. That was a homegrown team that people said couldn't win. No jump shot and team was going to win a championship. That is a homegrown team that was developed and evolved. This was a handcrafted team. The Heat was a handcrafted team of superstars in their prime. So LeBron knew what it was. The Warriors wasn't some big collaboration and we went to get this guy and we went to get that guy. That wasn't the type of team it was. So you have to understand the standards for the Heat was way higher. That's why LeBron said that. So how do you have a man that confident to say that when he recruits his team and gets the team together and he lose the first year that they go to the finals? Do you know how, can y'all imagine how much they would have been on the Warriors' ass if Steph, Clay, Draymond, KD was on the same team and lost while healthy? Do y'all know how bad they would have got flamed if they lost any of those finals when they was together? They never lost one unless KD and Clay was hurt. They didn't lose. So how crazy is it that those niggas was healthy? Niggas was healthy. And what did they go? 2 for 2? They won 2 out of 4 finals? So, and then LeBron ditched him as soon as it was like, bro, come on. Sean first finals was against the Rockets and got cooked by the Dream. Warriors drafted Curry, Clay, and Dre. That's what I'm saying, bro. People, the fact that homegrown team, homegrown, not handpicked, a homegrown team like the Warriors got together and were able to reach those heights naturally without any infusions and tweaking and making a collective. So as much as people look at their greatness and try to use that against him, Miami crafted the team. LeBron crafted his team and still lost. He still lost. The Warriors used who they had, bro. I'm not letting people revise history on this, bro. Let's keep going.
Kevin Durant.
So where was Kevin Durant?
He was in the Hamptons.
And where did they go?
They went to the Hamptons.
So Kevin Durant was where?
In the Hamptons.
So Kevin Durant was in the Hamptons. What, doing what? Chilling? We can just drinking mimosas, whatever.
They were playing video
whatever
games.
it is.
I don't know.
He was chilling, right? That means y'all had to call. Hey, that means what did the other 4 have to do? They had to call each other.
What point does this prove? They recruited a good player just like LeBron recruited him. Next, I'm off this. He keep rehashing this. If it's so bad that the Warriors did it, it's even worse that LeBron recruited KD after he won. There's no way you can get around that, bro.
You're gonna. It's I'm having.
Yeah, let's go back. Because there's no way you're going to spin this. When you look at the facts, there's no way you can spin this where it looks worse for the Warriors than LeBron. You just can't.
You got to go out and get a bazooka to just say.
So, look, okay, they had to go out and get a bazooka because they lost. LeBron tried to go out and get a bazooka and he still won. So what does that say? Like, come on, I'm going to keep saying it, bro. Every time you say it, I'm going to say the same thing. It's so bad. How much worse is it that LeBron beat the niggas and still was scared he couldn't beat the niggas without KD?
It's over with.
You just said he said yes, right?
Yes.
All right, so if I offer you something, don't you have a choice? All right, I can say yes, I can say no.
Red pill, blue pill.
All right, red pill, blue pill. Hey, listen, all that travel shit going to the Hamptons, that shit all sounded cool, right?
Yep.
That's what they say when you write. It sound cool. But the reality is, if Kevin Durant's available in free agency,
Yep.
and there's 30 other teams that can get him, regardless of if we need him or not, if we can add Kevin Durant to our team, it's going to drastically increase our chances of not only beating this nigga who just beat us, but we can dominate the league. That ain't got nothing to do with our urgency to sign this nigga. It's the availability.
Exactly. They had the cap space. He was available. It was a bunch of stuff at the same time that just so happened to work out right. And they were already kind of thinking about KD the season before. And KD was already eyeing them the season before. So you got it. As much as you want to blame KD, blame the Warriors, you have to give credit to the leader of the team, Steph Curry, for creating an environment that a star player would want to join compared to LeBron, where it's an environment that a star player might not want to join. You got to give credit to Steph Curry for even staying on the team. You got to give him credit for not dipping and leaving because the team was so bad when he got there. You got to give him credit for that. Because if it wasn't Steph Curry, if it wasn't that type of system where stars can come and thrive and not sacrifice their game, wouldn't happen.
Any star, 1, 2, 3, top in the league is available in free agent. Every team should be trying to get him. Even the team that just won the championship.
Yes.
Just so happened the Warriors got him.
Yes.
But now you want to talk about the narrative is blame the Warriors. How? KD made the choice to go there.
Exactly.
But they offered him.
You called him.
Don't matter. Call him and it don't matter. I offered you. You made a choice.
Yes.
You could have said no, and you could have went back.
Yep.
You didn't.
So if me and you get in the fight, right? You're supposed to whoop my ass, and I end up winning, right? Somehow I end up beating you, right? And I'm the champ.
Mm-hmm.
And then you call your big brother. You call your big brother come to help you beat me. Who looks weaker?
Okay.
Your big brother?
Let's use this example Gil's got, right? I love this. I love that he keeps going back to the same point so I can keep making my same point. So if you get in a fight with someone, right? And there wasn't no supposed to win. There, mind you, he's revising history. There is no, oh, the Warriors are supposed to win because they're 73-9. A lot of people thought LeBron was going to win and Kyrie. It was, if anything, was 50-50. It wasn't no, oh, it's predetermined that they're going to win. Okay, maybe you could say when they were up 3-1. Cool. You're supposed to win. You lose. Gil's example, you go to get your big brother to help. Now, let's use that same example. If there is a fight, the underdog wins, right? And then after the underdog wins, they go and get their big brother to help them beat the person up after they already won. How does that look? How does that look better? You won the fight and then you went to go get someone else to help after the person's already down to go beat them more. That's what LeBron and Caps tried to do. So there's no way that you can make it look worse for them. If you're going to take this angle, you can't win this argument.
Brother for coming or you for calling your big brother on a fight you were supposed to win?
Me.
Okay, there we go.
But that was your scenario?
Yeah.
And who's the big brother? KD?
Golden State Warriors.
Am I the Warriors or am I KD?
You're the Warriors.
I'm the Warriors.
Yeah, I'm
you
Cleveland.
You just beat me.
I'm Cleveland and I just beat you.
Now I gotta call my
and
brother.
And you call your big brother to come help you. And you said it.
That's your scenario?
That's... Yep,
That's your scenario?
You got caught off guard. It's okay.
Did you hear
it? You can backtrack all you want now. You got caught up.
6 win is KD the big brother. I'll wait.
In that situation, he was.
That situation?
No. Please explain. How was KD big brother when he got low bro by Steph? How was he big bro when you got cooked? You're a little bro at that point. You were a little bro. I don't care where y'all ranked him in the league. He was up 3-1 and got cooked by Steph and the Warriors. You were a little bro. We won the championship. Warriors won the championship without him. You were a little bro. KD was in the finals before the Warriors got there. Lost. Little bro.
You're Golden State. I'm Cleveland. You were supposed to beat me, but I ended up winning somehow. And
You ended up winning because the league conspired with LeBron to suspend Draymond. Since when in history has the league ever gone back and changed a foul from the game after it happened? It's never happened before. They upgraded Draymond's call from the game to a flagrant foul so he could get suspended. Never happened before. It took something historic. Oh, and don't get me started, because if you actually watch the series, y'all want to see them phantom calls that they called on Steph Curry, those fake foul calls they called on Steph Curry in Game 6 when what's his name, Draymond wasn't there? Oh, I'm about to pull it up because I vividly remember this. Because I said, oh, the Warriors choked. Oh, no. Oh, just watch these foul calls. And I'm glad somebody compiled these because I remember watching this game and the Warriors actually had a chance to win. And what happened? They fouled Steph Curry out the game. They fouled him out. He wasn't even fouling Kyrie and it was calling fake calls on him. Let's watch the compilation. If you don't believe it, let's watch it. I love receipts. I love receipts. Watch it. Watch these fake calls they put on Steph Curry. Okay, let's say that's a foul. Cool. Let's call that a foul. Let's call it a foul. And he flopped. Okay, cool. Let's call it a foul. That's a foul. And they started from early in the game. LeBron runs Steph Curry over. Foul. Okay, fine. Let's call it a foul. Yo, what's good, Royal? What's good? How we feeling? Let's call it a foul. Fine. LeBron's huge as hell. But you can tell from the beginning of the game that they had an agenda. Mind you, Steph Curry's feet were set. His feet were set. Okay, let's say, oh, his heel wasn't down. Okay, let's call it a foul. But after this is where it gets egregious. It gets egregious after this. Come on, let's see. Let's see the rest of the fouls. This is where it starts to get crazy. That's a foul. That was a foul? Really? This is the fouls they was calling. Now, and here's the thing that makes it even worse. If you compare the way that they were defending and fouling Steph Curry, the Cavs players have literally come out since then and said that they were intentionally fouling Steph because they knew the refs wasn't gonna call it. When you see the way that they was guarding him and what they got away with versus these calls when he was defended, that's where it got ridiculous. Look. Oh, this is a foul. He didn't impact his shot. He didn't impede him. He didn't bump. He didn't do nothing. All he did was try to run around the screen. Foul. And these start adding up. And what happened? He got fouled out the game. It was complete BS. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. To this day. No foul. He didn't even he didn't touch nothing. He didn't touch nothing. What's the bad decision? And that's the thing that killed me about the announcers. Oh yeah, they gave him a foul for this too. They gave him a foul for this. Bro. And this is when he knew that they was on some BS. Oh yeah. He was definitely fouling Kevin Love. Right.
Foul trouble has mitigated your performance.
And like, let's be clear. Here's the thing. Everybody knows there's certain things that just don't get called. They decided to start calling all this stuff. They decided to start doing that. There's, especially with star players, especially if the star player is Nike. If Steph Curry was wearing some checks on his shoes, these wouldn't have got called. Where's the foul at? Where's the foul? Clean steal. Clean steal in the fourth quarter. They're down 11. They caught this. This was a clean steal. Let's see the replay of this one. Let's see the replay of this one, because this was the cleanest steal the whole game. But they will let everybody else defend. Oh, they're such good defenders. Half the reason Steph Curry wasn't able to defend as much as he could in his prime is because the refs do not let him defend the way they let people defend him. People can scratch him, grab him, all this type of stuff. Yank him around. That's why he got scars all over his arm. Look at Steph Curry modern day pictures. You will see scars all over his arm, scratches, all that. There's games where Steph Curry had blood on his arms because of how much people are grabbing onto him. Do you think he's getting calls? No. The man averages about 4 free throw attempts a game for his career. Think about that. A person that shoots as much as he does and lays the ball up as much as he does averages 4 free throw attempts for his career. Be serious. Like, the dude averages over 25 points. That don't even add up. Like, I'm just saying, bro. Like, when you look at this, let's see the replay of that. Look at this clean steal. Clean. 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 Clean steal. Poked it. Cookies. And because he failed, they called it. Bro, I'm telling you, see how they do it. Clean. And he slipped. And they called it. Oh, and the last foul was even more egregious. Clean. Clean. Cookies. Oh, let's see this last one. This is probably the worst one. Yep, that's when they threw the mouthpiece. And it's crazy because they don't even talk about this game no more. It's almost like they don't want to draw attention to how rigged it was in terms of calling all these fake fouls. They never talk about the game Steph Curry threw his mouthpiece. It never got brought up after this. Let's see the replay. So this is the part that always get excluded out the story, right? They always exclude how, oh, Steph Curry got fouled out within the last basically 5 minutes of the game when Draymond wasn't there. So anytime they tried to get close in momentum, they called a foul. They called a foul right after. Look, this was a foul. They called this a foul when he got the ball. My nigga got the ball. I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, this is the stuff that they don't be talking about.
We're just having a rematch between us because I didn't call no re-up because I won. You go get your big brother to come help you, and just like you said it, you look bad. But the public blamed him because they said, "Oh,
they blame both of them."
Now. You want to
please,
win a fight.
Gil.
So
please, Gil. They blame both of them. I don't know where this narrative's coming on. Let's keep. See, I remember when me and my homeboy said Brian had the better team. I was like, what? Bro, it wasn't this clear, like, oh, the Warriors were definitely gonna win. That's not what people were saying. Even in 2015, people act like, oh, the Warriors were supposed to win because Kyrie and Kevin Love were injured. No, they were both injured, and people said LeBron is the greatest player of all time, and that's why he's gonna beat them. The narrative got changed after he lost. When LeBron was up 2-1, when Kyrie and Kevin Love got injured, people still said he was gonna win. So it's like, it's crazy how people try to change the narrative years later.
Your brother went to the pen for that. Mm-hmm. Not that you called your brother. Yeah. Right? That's the big story. Everything else existed, yes, absolutely. But the bigger story of it all was your brother in the pen now. Mm-hmm. Right? So that's Kevin Durant is your brother.
The Golden State Warriors did not get blamed for recruiting.
They didn't get blamed.
Yes, they did.
They should have.
I'm telling you,
you should have been to blame for calling your brother.
They don't get blamed.
Yes, they do.
Because it's not their issue whether he picks.
Yes, they did, and he don't know what he talking about either. Because everybody was on their head.
It does.
I'm supposed to be this big bad guy, right? I shouldn't have to.
I'm not gonna sit here and listen and rehash this because the information that they're making the argument off of is only partial. They don't have all the information. So I would love to see how their response will be once they read the article that LeBron and the Cavs wanted to recruit KD. I just wonder how this conversation would change. But because they're going off the same argument, I don't think there's much more we could get out of this.
They changed the narrative because no one was going to talk about Steph. No one was.
That's cap. Okay, he's still lying. All right, I think we might have exhausted this topic.
So as far as super teams is concerned, whenever a big player gets added to a super team, it's the organization's doing, not the actual player.
What is this? Was the Boston Celtics 11 championship? Was that not a super team?
No.
I'm just referencing like the Phoenix Suns. Like,
no, I'm just saying. What I'm saying is
Bradley Beal made a decision to get there.
He got traded.
So is it the Suns that's like, all right? Is it from now on out? Is it going to be the organization?
It's always been the organization,
not the player.
The media's just put the players on it like the players are doing it.
It's both. It's both. Why are we acting like it's not the players in the org that decide who goes to what team? Like,
because they're choosing the destination.
Well, his situation because he had no
choosing
trade
the destinations. Right?
Yeah, he had no trade clause.
His situation because he had no trade clause.
So, but I'm saying in free agency, when you can choose where you want to go,
yeah,
and ain't no trading.
Yeah,
the player gets exempt from wherever he goes because the organization is trying to bring him.
Yo, there. King Swear, what's good, fam? How you been?
Well, obviously not in the public eye, but do you guys feel personally like
didn't nobody fault fucking Deion Sanders for going to the goddamn Dallas Cowboys? Shit like that. Like, you trying to
from
win.
Atlanta.
From Atlanta. You trying to win.
It was a league full of plumbers when Boston went 11. I ain't even gonna say all that, but like, yeah, it was definitely different.
San Francisco, it's just like, you trying to win, it's just...
Yeah, Deion.
But did they fault him from going from San Francisco to Dallas?
No, it's just...
No. We Deion, so he can do it.
But that's what I'm saying. Just all legacies. That's if you look across the board, no one talks about them, right? We just talk about the championships and we compare.
So how do you guys look at legacy from that standpoint as former players?
Yo, what's good,
I know
Harlow?
the public perception is a lot different. Like you're saying, they're going to knock KD
because
the
public perception is coming from a group of people that has nothing to do with the sport itself. So they don't know anything that's going into trading and moving and wanting to.
That's cap because y'all know what's going into it and y'all are still, you know what goes into it and you're still blaming an organization for getting better. So it's like that don't have nothing to do with it.
And then they push the opinion out to the public, and that's all the public knows.
Yeah, because it's not like KD chose to go to the Sonics and then the Thunder, obviously, when they moved. That's the team that drafted him, but we placed this heavy value on loyalty. It's like, what loyalty? I didn't get, like, ping pong balls bounced this way, and I ended up going here. I didn't say, hey, I want to play here, and that's what happened. Now I have my own free will.
That's a great
to
point.
be able. I'm just saying, to be able to pick.
That's a great point.
Any team I want to go play for, and we knock. Oh, you want to go to a good team? Like, what other profession do we do?
I want to get out the country.
Josiah, that's a great point.
I want to get out the country.
But what other profession is like, oh no, bro?
No profession. If someone's paying,
okay, but the thing is, if you're gonna say that, you can't be surprised when people criticize you for going to a certain team. Like, yes, you have the free will to do it. That doesn't mean you're exempt from criticism or people observing or commenting on it.
Microsoft right now hired everybody. They're gonna give you more money, give you a better position, give you windows.
No one's look. He can do what he wants, but you also can't be surprised when people comment on it. And if he would have went to any other good team, I doubt it would have been the same exact conversation. But the fact that he went to a team that he just lost to, that's probably the biggest problem.
You're gonna take the job.
Why?
Because it's Microsoft.
It's Microsoft.
Okay, gotcha.
Right? It's Microsoft. You working in your basement making $20,000, $30,000. They offer you $300,000.
So if that's the case, then why are you trying to blame the Warriors for getting him then? If that's your argument, which I would agree, then why is it so bad that the Warriors, if we're saying that's Microsoft, why is it bad that they wanted him? Yo, your mama's tight with the big body raid. Yo, what's good, fam? How we feeling? Welcome on in, you guys. How was the stream? Yeah, we're just talking about some basketball stuff right now. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Make sure y'all drop the fam your mama's type of follow. How we feeling? Yeah, like in this example, he's right. Why would you blame someone for going to a place with a better job, better pay, better optics, all that, just because they're a competitor? So why are you mad at the Warriors for getting someone that would make them a better company, organization, etc.? Why would you blame the players Would you not want a better coworker that could make your job easier and help y'all all make more money together? Like, I'm just saying, like, if he's using this example, then why is he so mad? Like, I don't understand. Y'all be so inconsistent with this logic, bro.
And you get these benefits, you're taking the job.
Come on, bro.
99.99, what the fuck it, 100% of all normal people in this world, if they had a place to go get a job in a better city that they get to
It's crazy because he don't even realize he's negating his own argument.
Gonna do it.
But benefits better, everything better.
When it comes to the athlete, it becomes a problem because
fans have allegiance to the team.
Yeah, they got favorite players and teams and shit like that. And
but if that's the case, then why are you still in the same breath arguing that the players in the organization is bad for recruiting him? Like, I agree. Yo, W second rate, what's good? The stream is going good. You know, I'm just on my hoop soapbox. You know, we're almost done with this topic, but they're kind of just talking about saying that KD saved Steph's legacy, and I'm not going for it. They can keep trying, but it doesn't make sense.
Ownership or what goes on behind the scenes, what you guys have talked about, regardless of what goes on there, I'm a Lakers fan or I'm a Knicks fan, I'm a whatever.
Let's go back to the question, though.
But if he came to their team, they wouldn't have. But if he came to their team, they wouldn't have shit to say. They'll be cheering.
Exactly.
So what's the definition of legacy?
Really, how do you guys view legacy?
How we view legacy.
Like, does KD going to the Warriors, that don't impact your thoughts on him as a basketball player?
I know.
Yeah.
No, at the time, before I sat down and really thought about it, like I said it before, I'm like damn, KD, them? Mm-hmm. Like, if he would have went somewhere like this, like if he would have went to New York.
Okay, we keep rehashing this.
Respect the man about here is when he tie his shoes up and throw them over the fucking phone line, right? Everybody has to say, when I'm done, when I lay my head like misconstrued, like they want people to think and act and feel the
Where
way
the
that
comments?
They do. Like, no, this shit is personal. I play for a team.
Dang, that's a lot of comments.
But this shit is personal.
Okay, I get it. Next. All right. Okay. Let's see. We got one person commenting over and over. Yeah. I mean, who is this? Yeah. Anyway, I've said what I have to say on this, you know what I'm saying? If you're watching on YouTube, let me know what y'all think. Drop a follow to the Twitch to come to the live stream, be a part of the conversation. You know, I love to talk hoops. I will argue with any and everybody, and it will stay respectful, but I will cook your ass an argument just like I cooked them. I pulled up receipts. I got everything, bro. At the end of the day, if it's so bad that the Warriors recruited KD, then how much worse does it look that LeBron and the Cavs tried to recruit KD after they won? That's all I'm gonna say. If it's weak for the Warriors to do it, it's even weaker for LeBron to do it. And if the Warriors were scared of LeBron and that's why they got KD, then LeBron was even more scared of the Warriors for trying to get KD even after he beat the Warriors. Just saying. So that to me just dismantles the whole argument. And in terms of KD carrying Steph's legacy, Steph won before KD, he won after KD, he won with KD. What's the common denominator? What is KD won before Steph? What is he won after Steph? And at the end of the day, the difference that people don't talk about is there's a difference in the mentality and the load that's on each of the players. Steph Curry built his team from the ground up. Steph Curry is the one that had an attractive enough team for KD to want to join. Steph Curry has owned KD in their matchups. Steph Curry is the one that's lived in the playoffs. And he's smaller. He's a smaller guy. KD's so big, tall, 7 foot, slim reaper. He can shoot over anybody, but yet why hasn't his teams gone back to the finals or even the conference finals? Why is it that in the biggest moments, KD can get trapped and completely dismantled when he's the best player? Because he's limited. Because as great as he is limited with what he can do. Steph Curry has versatility and range. Even when he's not shooting, he can still be effective. He can lay the ball up. He can play make. He can get out of a double team. He can escape a trap, right? He can use his gravity to make sure his teammates are still thriving. He can have any player around him and still be adaptable, right? He can change his game. KD, as great as he is, he can be schemed for. He can be schemed out of the game. Exhibit A. Look at when he was on the Nets. Look at how the Celtics played against him. That is his weakness. When he is the main target of the offense, he is not able to thrive. He's not able to adapt. And ultimately, that's the difference between him and Steph. So, y'all act like because Steph Curry made room for KD on the team, that he got carried. No, that was a courtesy. Steph Curry, at the end of the day, was still the leader. KD is not a leader. He's not a leader. He's never been a leader. And he's told us as such. I could find the interview. I could find the interview when he said he wasn't the leader. So it's like whenever y'all sit here and go over and say all this stuff over and over again, like, oh, he's the best player, he was leading the team. No, he was a good player on the team. It was. That was it, though. So it's like interesting that every time he gets tough, he runs away. He runs away. He goes away. He tries to find a better situation. And Steph Curry has stayed on the same team. He stayed solid, stand to 10 toes down. And it's like, bro, you can keep trying to compare him, but look at the results, bro. Look at the results. I see a lot of y'all still brainwashed about Kevin being 7 foot slim reaper. Okay, I get it. But at the end of the day, who's won? At the end of the day, whose system is better? Which person do players fit around better? To me, it's very obvious. And that's Steph Curry. So, that being said, we're going to move on. And I'll be back with another topic maybe next week. You know, I'll try to put some basketball videos out every week as we get closer to the season. But let me know what y'all think. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. But until next time, we are out, y'all.